Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. We are at the new Yanchep station, and can you believe that they have already changed bus routes in the 1 month since opening? So remember with Route 490, before it ended its service before the opening, we went to the Turok shopping center terminus, which was going to be permanently removed at the time, and we recorded the bus at the terminus saying that it's never going to go to the shop at Turoks again in front of IGA, and there's new stops out on the street on the other side of the car park. Well, yeah, that's how 498 operated for a mere 4 weeks or so, which you can see in my new bus routes video. But now they have added deviations into that car park just to serve the shopping center stop, because I guess too many people complained, although they should have done that earlier when they had the consultation period from like January, but they didn't. So then they made the new route. Now they added the deviations, so now 498 has almost the whole day of deviations. Actually, have they changed the timetable? No, they haven't. So the timetable is still just unchanged, but almost all off-peak services and almost all weekend services now deviate around into the shopping center from both directions, looping the car park and duplicating a section of the road. So we're just gonna go up there, quickly film that, see if they've actually put up a new pole at the shopping center. Probably not. And we do have perfect timing since it now goes to the further north terminus, so we can get off, quickly look around, film the come back in, and then go back down quickly, because it is a Saturday and it's hourly. So we'll just take a quick look and see if the driver remembers about it as well. Now, of course, on weekends and most off-peak trips, actually 498 also continues as 495 or comes from 495, although it seems to have a long layover here. So you can go all the way from Eglinton to Turoks on one bus, and it should come in like 3 minutes right now, and looks like the 495 is still not here, so this one will continue properly all the way up to Turoks. Very windy. Yes, it does have a new desto via Turok shopping center for the deviation. They already got that ready. There it is. Turoks Giftway via Turoks Road via Turok shopping center.
here.
Yeah. They put up a new pole as well. This stop was removed for 4 weeks after opening.
Should be permanent. Is it permanent?
Yeah, what's enough?
And not the most western stop.
Yes. And yeah, it's so funny. This stop here served as the title of being the most western for 4 weeks. The one right now here on the corner. And now it's already not anymore.
Okay, let's go.
Here we are at probably the most short-lived extremity bus stop on the network. This bus stop was the westernmost Transperth bus stop for 4 weeks after Yanchep Extension opening until last weekend. And now it's back to not being the westernmost stop, since the Deviation stop is the westernmost stop. And there's that over there. They've already put up a new pole at the Deviation, and they've put up new signs already. They are so like making sure that everything is correct up here in the northern suburbs. Meanwhile, there's so many other places which are completely neglected. But all these new areas, everything's up, and the font is so much smaller than on all the other signs. They put this up, although that's wrong. Well, wait, why'd they do that? Because if you're on the Yanchep bound service, you also come out of here now. So it should say to Yanchep, to Two Rocks. So again, they've made mistakes. Even putting new signs up, it's just straight up bus left. And then here they put up 498 TM and TN, which is saying tail as in going towards Yanchep. And then one of them is just the normal deviation to the shop, while the other one is the school service, which also deviates to the shop. And they've actually put them both on here. Or, yeah, actually, is there school services which deviate to the shop? If there's not, then that's stupid as well. I don't even know if there is. That's there. So the Two Rock service is not that bad. It just comes up here, goes around and keeps going. But if you're going towards Yanchep, you have to come down here, then loop around and then go down here again. So it's a bit worse in this direction. But they did actually use it, so it makes sense. I really don't get why they decided to remove the stop and then bring it back so soon after. It was such a stupid decision. As soon as I heard it was going to be removed, I said it was dumb, and they already changed it back. So that's there, and there's also a new sign over there. Now on the driver's ETIM machine, it actually says Two Rocks Terminus as the stop now, because that was the old stop name when it was the 490 terminus. And then they thought it's never gonna come back, but now that it did come back, they just reused the old name, which is so confusing for any new drivers coming up here now. They're driving and then it just comes up as Two Rocks Terminus and they think, oh, it's my last stop, but it's not. They have to keep going to the new northernmost bus stop out at Gift Way instead of here. Well, no, the northernmost one was the first stop out of here now, but now there's two stops to that stop, because they added those new ones there in between. And we just got off at that one, came through the Deviation. Here's the new pole. I don't need to show you around here because I did that in the 490 changes video when I thought that this stop would be removed, which I'll just link in the corner. Let's just take a look at the pole. They did also reuse the old stop number 12231, so this has come back, and you can see 18th of August timetable. That is there, but they haven't put the new timetable up at Yanchep or probably any of the other big stands if there's any. But you have C to Two Rocks, D to Yanchep, A continues as 495 to Eglinton, as you can see. A lot of the trips are A, but they mostly come early to Yanchep, and then they just have to wait anyway. And now this is here, and this is the same as it was with 490 before, because they used to have the Atlantis Beach school extension, and now it just looks the same. 498 Atlantis Beach and 498 Yanchep. Okay, we're gonna wait for the service back now. It's gonna be the same bus, but that's okay. It's a good driver. I actually had him last week when I came up here at night to take a bit of a look around. We just have 15 minutes. It's probably on the same shift as last week, to be honest. So we'll just wait 15 and I'll film him loop around and then we'll go back down. Alright, so we're just going to be catching actually the last deviating inbound service on Saturday right now, 4:49. The next one towards Two Rocks still comes in here, but then on its return trip it doesn't. And also I want to say no one used the new Montebello Boulevard extra section of the route earlier. when we went up, but I guess that's to be expected in some trips. And this is pretty much the last Transperth Oddities video until Ellenbrook line opens. I have now recorded every single non-school deviation in the entire city. So I just had to come back to do this one since they introduced it. Should see the bus coming down in a moment, looping around, and then we'll just hop on, and that's it really. The deviation makes sense. I'm glad they reintroduced it. Even though the stop is right there, you can actually see the top of it in the distance. It's just silly to expect people to walk across the car park for no reason, especially old people. So it's fine, it doesn't go here in peak. As you can see, last trip 3 PM on a weekday. And then you just get off there instead, so it's still not slowing anyone down too much, but you can still get to the shop during most of the times. Just wait for it to come around to film it. Yep, just coming down now. I think there's one other person also gonna use it right now, so clearly it is used. Over there, and this guy was already waiting here when we went up. Coming down the road. And turning in, which that's the normal direction they used to turn in from, because they had to go around there. Now they come from the other way when they're going towards Two Rocks. They got the different route. Thanks for watching. Continuing as 495, we're actually gonna use that. Bye. Well, we got back to Yanchep and the driver kicked us out 000, not in service, and went to layover. That is so dumb. The whole planning of this is so bad. They put continues as 495 on the desto, and then it doesn't even do that. It just goes over there and sits. Why do you put that on the desto and on the bus stands if it's not gonna do that? So stupid. This is one of the dumbest things I've seen. They advertise it everywhere. I heard them at the opening. The bus planners were saying, oh, if you want to go to Yanchep shops from Two Rocks, just stay on the bus, it'll keep going. And we tried to do that. It says it on the desto, but no, he kicked us out. Crazy. Actually so bad. But yeah, anyway, just wanted to complain about that silly thing as well. They also opened up the new section of the road over there where we couldn't be on the first day, so I did film that on the way up. And there's the 495, which says continues as 498 coming up now as well, and that one's probably also gonna go to layover. Here it is, continues as 498. We didn't see these continuation trips in the Yanchep station video because that was in peak hour when they don't run, but here it is, and it's not going to do it again. 3485. Yep, straight to stand 1 and not continuing. Jeez! Full of graffiti.